Within every anime fan, there exists two dogs that wrestle inside of them. One dressed in a suit barks for Makima and simps for Gojo and loves a good workers' right tangent like the Mappa fan it is. And the other dog, dressed in black Vans, cargo pants, and a graphic tee, would say its studio go make themselves cry watching an elf slice of life. And while both dogs are incredibly based for their opinions, if you were to ask that anime fan which studio is the best of all time, well, their answer depends on which dog they fed more. And yes, there are other studios like Psycho Helmet Religion, Mikey Jackson, and oh my god, she's literally me. The question, which anime studio is the best of all time, boils down to A, did I see this anime? Check. B, did I like this anime? Check. Okay, this is my favorite studio. And while asking this question leads to a great conversation about new anime recommendations, at the end of the day, it's just a thought exercise. But what if it wasn't? Instead of relying on just one anime fan's opinion, why not rely on the opinion of the entire anime community to statistically see the best anime studio of all time? Which I hand counted, no just kidding, f that, I will never do that again. Which is why I grabbed my wand, mouse and keyboard, summoning the mystic and arcane arts, my computer science degree, to cast some spells, write some code, to uncover the best anime studios of all time using data taken from the arcane anime codex, MyAnimeList, to statistically find the best anime studios of all time. This will be interesting. Since a studio is only good as the sum of its works, my thought process was simple. Take the average score for all anime made by that studio and make that the studio's score. So going beep beep boop boop on the computer, I ran the calculations, and the best anime studio of all time is Studio K Factory. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. We're Studio Leash Me Up and Bark for Makima. We're Studio Intense Staring Contest. Calcium Enjoyers, Cloverworks, Ufotable. Who are you people? So scratching my head, I changed my code to show how many episodes each studio made, and it all became clear. All the top 10 studios have made less than 5 anime, and K Factory is number 1 only because they made a top 100 anime of all time banger and dipped. But this isn't right though. That's like giving a one-hit wonder band the title Greatest Band of All Time. There's gotta be a way to account for this. So spending a long time thinking very critically on the problem, 30 seconds, I decided to just sweep away the problem by excluding all studios that made less than 20 anime. But this still doesn't address the fact that best anime studio isn't just about anime score. Although I removed one-hit wonder studios, looking at the top 10 anime studios this way, we see some rather hot takes if this were a tier list. 7 Arcs is ranked higher than Madhouse. Although Studio 7 Arcs has made on average higher rated anime than Madhouse, their shows are significantly less popular. Tonikaku Kawaii? Never heard of that. Blue Period? I vaguely remember that one. Dog Days? I dropped that. And the rest, yeah guys, I don't recognize any of them. But meanwhile, Madhouse is free in Death Note, Monster, One Punch Man, Hellsing Ultimate, and Redline. Woo! Which is why I completely reapproached how I tried solving this problem, asking the tough questions like, what makes a good anime studio? What metric should I use to rank them? And did I leave my pizza in the oven? Oh sh**. Because now I decided to base my scoring system on something that would account for this. Member ranking. Member ranking is a metric that shows how many people are members of a show. Basically, the more popular a show is, the more members it will have. And the things people like about a show enough to click become a member, influence, historical value, hype energy, god tier animation, etc., are more or less the same subjective qualities people also use to rank anime studios. And unlike a show's rating which all carry the same weight, member ranking is dynamic. A show with 1 million members is worth more than a show with 1,000 members with the same score. So good animation like One Punch Man Season 1 gets rewarded, while the dumpster fire that is One Punch Man Season 2 gets punished. So with that said, I reworked my system using that metric, to which I proudly present to you statistically the top 10 best anime studios of all time by total members of each studio. Statistically. Coming in at number 10, we have Toei Animation. This should come at no surprise with its 70-plus career as a studio, bringing us anime staples like One Piece, Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, etc., with a total of 23 million plus members. At number 9, founded in 1972, we have Studio Sunrise. They have given us some amazing anime series that some people base their whole personalities around, like Gundam, Gintama, Cowboy Bebop, and Code Geass with 24 million plus members. In a close number 8 with just 700,000 more members, we have Studio Dean, giving us Fate Stay Night, Vampire Night, Fruit Basket, and more. In number 7, just shy of 30 million members, we have Kyoto Animation. It's no surprise they would make the top 10 list since their mostly female staff have produced some amazing bangers with stellar animation like Kobayashi-san's Maid Dragon, a silent voice, and what some consider to be the greatest anime comedy of all time, Nichijou. In number 6, with 30 million plus members, we have Studio Pierrot. God, I butchered that one. If you have ever watched a 200 plus episode anime, you have probably seen their works with shows like Naruto, Bleach, Black Clover, and a personal favorite of mine, Yu Yu Hakusho. Coming in at number 5 with 33 million members, we have Production IG. Now this might be a name you never heard of before, but you're probably familiar with their works with series like Psycho Pass, The End of Eva, Fooly Cooly, Ghost in a Shell, and more. In number 4, with a huge jump to 46 million plus members, we have Studio Bones, which has probably given us the greatest shonen anime of all time, Full Metal Alchemist, among other shows like Mob Psycho 100, Soul Eater, My Hero Academia, and more. Coming in at number 3 with 48 million plus members, we have JC Staff, giving us Toradora, Konosuba, The Class President is a Maid, and Prison School? In number 2 of greatest anime studios of all time with 52 million plus members, and with no surprises here, we have Studio Madhouse, which has given us bangers like Overlord, Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, Hellsing Ultimate, Trigun, Freean, and more. And lastly, at number 1, founded in 2005 as the youngest anime studio on this list, with a whopping 58 million plus members, a studio that continues to give us bangers year over year like Your Lie in April, Sword Art Online, Bokumachi, Masho Blender, Solo Leveling, with a catalog of over 228 anime made, we have Studio A1 Pictures. And here is a full list on screen for you to see. Now, in case you were wondering, where is Studio Mappa? They're actually ranked number 12 with 22 million members. And before you throw pitchforks, let me cook. This makes sense since they were founded in 2011, so they are relatively new to the industry, and while yes, they have been insanely popular these past few years, right now they just don't have enough of a catalog to earn a spot in the top 10 best studios of all time. Yet. But it is very likely they'll earn a spot in the next few years with the insanely popular series they choose to adapt with their god-tier animation they bring to the table. And just for fun, here's a head-to-head of my personal top 10 list. As you can see, I'm a part of the crowd that will definitely bark